May fortune be in your favor. That's a tough one, man. But you know what? Don't count him out. The way Stuckey's driving, he's aggressive. He's hungry. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink. Toyota GR Supra, your defending champion, going against Mike Power. Fredric Aasbo out to the outside zone. Mike Power coming up way short there on that first outside zone. Fredric Aasbo not all the way to the outside zone 3, but Power unfortunately not helping himself by not chasing Aasbo.
Be back on track, and we got to think about safety first. So,
all right, here we go. Mike Power out front. Fredric Aasbo in the chase position. We know what Freddie's capable of. And here comes Mike Power. Initiates. Very shallow line on that approach. You see how much he's in the rumble strip. Fredric Aasbo has to kind of dial it back. Mike Power looks like doesn't get to the outside zone 3. Freddie, you can see him kind of posturing right there, seeing where Mike's going to go. And that's really good car awareness by Fredric.
hey, it's the defending champion.
LS powered BMW. The Clone X Beamer chasing down the all new Toyota Supra. All right, coming into that outside zone. Beachum fails to get out there. Looks like he does mimic that second outside zone. Taking out the middle line into outside zone 3 and that final outside inside clip. That's what I always say. Just don't just count somebody out. You think it might be, all right, Trent Beachum new car, this, that, and the other thing. No, man, he could ruin your day as Trent Beachum gets all the way out there, kisses the wall with that back bumper, gets that second outside zone, still all this. Look at this. Oh, just, a couple feet off of that third outside zone, and Freddie giving himself, I don't know, man, that's a lot of room there between Freddie and Trenton, but. Yeah. As you said, that failure to launch by Trenton on that first run, that could really hurt him.
Yes, it could. It looked like
a chase run in that vehicle. Freddie's got to step it up.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, he's not driving like I've seen Freddie drive before. He might be kind of ramping up, but he's got to do it now. Whoa! James Dean explodes that back bumper into that second outside zone. Now he goes into that third, dragging that RTR. Spec 5 FD bumper. He knows who he's going against. 2 good friends, 2 fierce competitors, and 6 championships between these 2 drivers. Wow. Holy banana cakes.
That was dramatic.
Yo. Aasbo, 3-time champion. James Dean, 3-time champion. Who's going to get the win? Who's moving on to the final 4? Battered and bruised, but not knocked down. Freddie gets intimate with the wall. 1, 2, little off that second outside zone. Now into the third outside zone. There's Fredric. He dialed in that third outside zone. That's what it's been escaping him all weekend. James kind of just slid right around. That was all right, so Fredric Aasbo will lead. Matt Field giving chase. Fredric Aasbo, Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra on Nitto tires. Matt Field, Borla, Heatwave, Lean Customs, GT Radial Corvette. Fredric Aasbo initiates, trying to get the outside zone. He taps it. Matt Field spins and goes into the wall. Matt Field spins and gets caught up in the smoke. On his way on 3, let's yell, send it. 1, 2, 3, send it! Here we go. Lick the stamp and send it. Matt Field, Fredric Aasbo, Matt Field out front. Got that Mad Max look, more like Mad Max. Going into that first outer zone, into that second outer zone. The green lights are on. Into that third outer zone. Goes Matt, goes Freddie. Freddie applying the pressure. Now coming out last, inside clip. Can Matt Field get it done? Based off of what you were saying, Ryan, you and the other judges, the needle was going the way of the field.
Sure, and I think we get in less disagreements if we just say Rome.
Yep. Yeah. Fredric Aasbo will get the lead run here. He qualified high, RCP, the Garagistic BMW. Let's see this Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota Supra on Nitto tires. Big initiation there for Fredric Aasbo. He is your back-to-back and 3-time champion. He's your defending champion coming in that first outside zone, but Rome right there. And look at that, he is definitely part of the conversation. Mimicking the angle, that was proper execution. Aasbo finds a little bit more grip coming back down that hill. Maybe Rome getting a little bit too much breathing room in order to create that gap. Having a lot of fun. He's always got a smile on his face. His mom, his dad, they're showing up. His wife, like, just always part of the conversation. And he's really gained a lot of ground
over the years. And obviously proof of that is he's currently second in points. RCP, Garage District BMW E36 coming down the hill, but he is going against our three-time and defending back-to-back Formula Drift champion, Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. The hammer being dropped, lifting up to that second outside zone. RCP, now watch this. This is where the veterans really shine here. The way they manage that distance and allow them to pass, but then gain that ground. Going from that keyhole, contrary to the 3 in a row of James Dean. Fredric Aasbo coming down the hill with James Dean intel. Look at that, tit for tat on initiation. Whoa, are you kidding me? Look at that. Fredric Aasbo and Rockstar entering Toyota GR Supra on Nitto tires. Comes into Q in outside zone 1, in outside zone 2. James Dean is right in and tucking in. Nitto tire track. Nitto tire smoke all across and into that last and final inner clip. That was awesome. And here we are only in the 16.
Yes.
Here we go, James Dean out front, AutoZone, Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD. And Fredric Aasbo, great shot of those acceleration lights, right? Acceleration, green, 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 red, hit those brakes. Now coming in that inside clip. There goes James Dean. Nice snappy transition. Going up the hill, here comes James Dean. He had some trouble here earlier. Not so much trouble right now. Fredric Aasbo taking that beeline approach. How do they handle out of the keyhole? Oh, James Dean, open the window opportunity here for Fredric Aasbo. Aasbo fights back.
Let's go.
Little jab, making some noise. Come on.
Beach came up just a bit short, got 3rd place in Long Beach. We'll have to get back on the box here in Orlando. He won here 2017. Can he do it again? Fredric Aasbo initiates. Ken Gushi down on the bank. He needs to find closer proximity. There we go, the Nitto tires ablaze past that inside clip on that transition. Ken Gushi shoots in on the inside. He does dial it back and does find it wrapping around that second inside clip of Fredric Aasbo. The gold shining bright in this Orlando sun. So well done by the Norwegian Hammer out front. 20 years been competing in Formula Drift. And our starter there, Matt Sopa, has been joining me up here in the booth for the Pro Spec Championship. Been a great addition to the broadcast team. Transitioning now in goes Ken Gushi, flicks it in. Oh, look at this, Aasbo comes out of drift. What just happened?
That looks like a mechanical, Jared.
Oh man, and
Two
what Gushi
mechanicals.
sets down. Toyota GR Supra. He's on Nitto tires. Let's see what we got. Fredric Aasbo, the Norwegian Hammer initiates. Jonathan Hurst right there, right of Paducah. Tucks in, great angle and good height. You know, we had a dip issue earlier for Fredric Aasbo. Hopefully they worked it out. Now going to that second inside clip. Look at Jonathan Hurst, drops into formation. He has to back off, maybe make contact. Fredric Aasbo uses all the court. Oh, he does exceed that a considerable amount. That attack going to inside clip 2. But if you get aggressive, you might have to back off, and that's going to compromise, as you said, for Jonathan Hurst, not getting that second outside zone.
Exactly.
Here we go, Jonathan Hurst initiates into this thing, firing off like AK-47. Yo, Jonathan Hurst's addiction. And look at this, here we go, tucking in is Fredric Aasbo. And that, you can see that transition a little smoother, but still, Jonathan Hurst is on a ripper of a line. Look at this. Like Toto holding the line, well done. GR Supra, the Norwegian Hammer. He's talked about it. He was rooting for Ryan Turk earlier. Well, unfortunately, he did get the win against Field, but not against Dylan Hughes. So the winner of this goes against the Dozer, Dylan Hughes, in the final 4. Here comes Fredric Aasbo versus Simon Olsen. An all-Norwegian battle. North, here we go. Fredric Aasbo, big angle from him. Simon Olsen needs to get that proximity and mimic that angle, pulling away from him. Simon Olsen was looking great all day today. But Freddie showing you why he is 3-time champion and defending champion. Schedule, spec class, spec tire, GT radial, also obviously all the running link engineers. Here we go, Simon Olsen out front, field suspension, GT radial, F chassis. Fredric Aasbo says, hey, how you doing? How's it back in Norway? Well, I am right here all up in your business, checking your temperature. Now transitioning into that inside clip 2. Simon Olsen taken out. Now, this is first season with a Vortex Supercharged LS. Never driven an S chassis. Making it look really good. But Fredric Aasbo, that gold shadow. Dylan got it done last year in the super torrential biblical wet. Now here we go. Fredric Aasbo. Little slow roll into that outside zone. Big swing into the wall. Dylan Hughes right there. Great proximity from Dylan Hughes. Fredric Aasbo exceeding the line of the track. Now going into the first inside clip, into the second inside clip. Now going to the second outside zone. There goes Fredric Aasbo. Dialing it in. Really good angle from Fredric Aasbo.
Wow, wow.
Take a look. Dylan Dozer Hughes, Royal Purple, BMW on GT Radio, sticks it to the wall. But Fredric Aasbo's right there. Look at that. The gold nose. Nosing in. Dylan, it looks like he had a similar line to Fredric Aasbo. Both of them hanging on that outside zone, maybe just a bit too long. Now here comes Fredric Aasbo. Dylan riding that line. Might have gone up into the bank a little bit, just for a moment.
Wow.
Let's take a look at round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. On 3, let's yell send it. 1, 2, 3.
Send it.
Here we go. Chelsea Denofa taking the lead. Fredric Aasbo in the chase position. Look at that. Chelsea Denofa sticks to the wall. Fredric Aasbo. He starts out low but works his way. Massages way up top. Denofa dropping down from the bank of that first inside clip. Right on it. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Here we go in that last outside zone. Chelsea Denofa digs deep on Fredric Aasbo on the door. Throwing the Nittos into the side of it. It's a Nitto 1-2, that is for sure. Fredric Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra on Nitto tires. Initiates into the bank. Chelsea Denofa gets into formation, comes into that pocket. Look at that, pizza delivery right there on the door. Into that first inside clip. Fredric Aasbo punts it out of the way. Chelsea Denofa drops into formation. Into that last outside zone, a little shimmy. Whoa! Fredric Aasbo goes way up into the bank.
Wow, just wow.
Wow is exactly right.
And also the outside zone too. You're going to see it sailing as well. Here we go, our first battle. Round 32, top 32. Fredric Aasbo, our #1 qualifier, going against Ken Gushi, who qualified 32nd. Both these Toyota pilots. Fredric Aasbo, your defending back-to-back champion, also 3-time champion as well. Fredric Aasbo, Ken Gushi now looking in that outside zone #2. Let's see this transition. Good proximity from Ken Gushi. Transition now in the outside zone 3. Ken Gushi has to back off. He then does surge forward as Fredric Aasbo fills all of it. You see Ken Gushi kind of got that power on deck, but ideally just get into that pocket and stay and maintain. Didn't want to see him surge forward.
Say the talent isn't there all the time, but when the cars are crazy and the driver's going to have a harder time keeping him sideways.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Ken Gushi out front now. Fredric Aasbo in the chase position. Again, a little bit of moisture on track, slowing things down, minimizing that smoke, and then, boom, creating some steam on Freddie. Look at that. Freddie gets out of shape. That is a huge blow and shock to the system. Holy cow, Fredric Aasbo. I mean, this is absolutely massive. That could be deemed an incomplete for Fredric Aasbo. You saw him make contact, he straightened out, and also, we haven't talked about it, you talked about the dry and the wet patches, but when it's wet also, you go from that black asphalt to the concrete of the drag strip. Yeah, that's a surface change as well as you staggered. He's gonna try to launch out so you can see him. If that's gonna work out for him. Got a lot of horsepower with this Toyota GR Supra. Bang, right there, look at Alec Robbins, and he tries to risk it, but ends up biting into the dust. Here we go to that second outside zone. Fredric Aasbo almost practically dragging that gold Rockstar bumper on that second outside zone, the third outside zone, with the tire to be being thrown up, and Alec Robbins shreds that back bumper. He goes off course, and it looks like Fredric Aasbo continues on as Supra, 3-time champion. He's on those Nitto tires. Slow crawl out of the gates. What is Robbins going to do? He initiates in that first outside zone. Everybody dropping that tire, man, getting that dirt roost in that second outside zone. A little wonky, shuts her down. That's going to be a wrap for Alec Robbins, unfortunately. And Freddie does not need to complete the rest of this run because of that lead car. So unfortunately, there was contact made, and that's just going to be the nail in the coffin, unfortunately, for Alec Robbins as he shuts it down. Aasbo, but he's on the other side of the bracket. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Robert Thorne. Freddie will lead. Thorne will give chase. Through the chicane goes that Rockstar Toyota GR Supra, initiating into the outside zone. Thorne, the ASM Momo BMW. Now navigating towards that second outside zone. Oh, and Robert Thorne, a big correction. He had a big straightening there. Coming into that third outside zone goes Fredric Aasbo. The goal looking good right now. Into that last outside zone, and there goes Robert Thorne with another quick little bobble and correction. Maybe a little bit of nerves, maybe getting a little... Again, it's been Matt Field and the 3 RTR Ford Mustangs. Fredric, who was out in 32. Now here's the 8, fighting for a number 4 spot, but Jonathan Hurst would love to twist the screws on Fredric Aasbo, that rockstar pilot, and there he goes, the Mr. Cool BMW, that second outside zone. Hurst backs off just a little bit, but now back to it. Into that third outside zone, Fredric Aasbo, signature Aasbo style. Almost, oh, what is that? That was absolutely wild. Looks like it came at a drift and just shimmied its way. It looked like the suspension part. Now lead. Now keep in mind, yeah, he needed a tire and it kept it where the rubber meets the road, but the rubber actually didn't meet the road because he beat it and shook up the car a little bit. Here we go, that Mr. Cool BMW. He's gonna try to fight back. Oh, no, he won't. And unfortunately, that'll be all she wrote for Jonathan Hurst. A great effort there, but doesn't matter what Aasbo does in the entirety of this run. Fredric Aasbo's going to the Final 4. So again, the 3-time champion who was knocked out in 32. Now, I love Freddie.
You're a good sport. That's why I love you.
Yeah, thank you. And Simon Olsen, we'll see. Fredric,
wow.
whoa. You hear that? That's the winds of change. Potentially, Fredric Aasbo could take over the lead with a victory here. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo initiates strongly into that first outside zone. Simon Olsen, his Norwegian compatriot, into that second outside zone. Simon Olsen, he checks up. He takes a way shallower line. Here comes Fredric Aasbo on the Nitto tires. The Bergenholtz get loud. Now to that final outside zone. Here comes Fredric Aasbo. Drops it right into formation. Simon Olsen, he is in tow, but he had a major mistake. Huge, and again, you know, who's cheering for him are those, you know, championship contenders such as Chelsea Nova, and again, notably Matt Field. Here we go with a one more time battle between Fredric Aasbo and Simon Olsen. All of Norway on track right now. Big angle from Fredric Aasbo. That was massive there, and again, Simon Olsen retaliates. This, you know, we're talking about that line, and yeah, very similar line. He kind of hung it out to dry, but Olsen with really good posture and composure into that last outside zone. This is it. I mean, the confidence level. Simon Olsen will lead. Aasbo will now chase in this one more time battle. Is it going to go one more time again? It very well could. We need to see something, just that extra special sauce. Let's send it, boys. Come on now. Is Simon Olsen going to take down the 3-time and defending champ of Fredric Aasbo? Or is Aasbo going to assume the points lead here in St. Louis? Simon Olsen, good transition outside zone 2. Fredric Aasbo drops right into that pocket. Man, that is signed, sealed, and delivered. Coming now down into that last outside zone. Ryan, some great driving out front by Olsen. Man, that thing slams down into that transition. And again, great formation. And getting into that pocket is Fredric Aasbo. But on this second one more time, are we gonna have a victor? Let's send it. Who's it gonna be? Aasbo. Will he assume again the points lead here in St. Louis? Little Manji across the nose of that field suspension S15. Fredric Aasbo dialed. Looks like he is definitely more on rails than he was previously. Simon Olsen. Now that looked like a really good execution going from 1 to 2. And that allows Olsen to get right in that pocket. Transitioning in that final outside zone. Olsen gets a little too aggressive, bites off more than he can chew. I mean, that was almost perfect. Is guaranteed a podium, but where is it gonna be? Simon Olsen out front. We got a clean start. Let's see this initiation. Boom, goes right for that first outside zone. Now go to the second outside zone. Let's watch this transition right in there. Fredric Aasbo giving him a little bit, maybe too much room, and just as I say that, he closed the door. Simon Olsen looks like he DBs that back left. He hits that wall, but as long as he powers through this, the second portion of this battle, he finishes out. And Simon Olsen and Freddie go back and forth, banging doors. Let them know you're here, St. Louis. Yo, the Norwegians, the Vikings are 4-peat. That is the big question. It's going to come down to Irwindale. Just put it out there right now. But he's got to get through Mike Power first here in top 32 at Evergreen Speedway. Fredric Aasbo, the Rockstar Engineering Toyota GR Supra, quickly escapes Mike Power's grip. You can see massive angle there. The Ford Star wheels go round, and the Nitto tires are gripping up. Mike Power shoots in on that power alley. It's like having a little bit of issues here. Now transitioning into that inside clip. Aasbo, the gold nose, right on it. Man, that was a crazy flick he did that last outside zone. Almost like came unwound. That was wild. But Mike Power
A little bit of struggling there in that chase.
Right line from the end of outside zone 1, get the right momentum, get all the way out there without overstepping the line either. So it's a very tricky part of the track.
Fredric Aasbo cannot afford a mistake here if he's going for that championship here in 2023. Mike Power initiates. Fredric Aasbo does have great proximity. Mike Power, look at, he is hitting his stride right now. Really good angle in that Type S S15 into the power zone with that clean air. He is a new man. And now Fredric Aasbo shows you why he's 3-time champion. Get to the side of Mike Power. Now transitioning that last clip. And right there on the door, almost gets into it, but does not. So again, the Supra out front, black and gold, driven by Fredric Aasbo. Ryan Turk, whoa, look at that. Quick, snappy initiation by Fredric Aasbo. Ryan Turk, failure to launch. He does get that proximity. Look at him just gaining ground. Whoa, look at that, throwing more angle out is Fredric Aasbo. Ryan Turk adjusts, going to that third outside zone. Fredric Aasbo, the Ford-Star wheels go round. Looks like Aasbo, said Ryan missed it a little bit there, but that was wild. It even garnered a whoa from you, Ryan. What startled you there?
If you want.
Again, both these guys on Nitto tires. Start chicane. Bumper hang right there from Ryan Turk. Now coming into the big bank. The hot hatchback, feeling all that outside zone. Very settled. Like the way that Ryan Turk, again, very squatted into that second outside zone. Fredric Aasbo comes out of the smoke into that outside zone 3, right into that pocket, tight on that inside clip. Fredric Aasbo almost diving in on the inside. That really could have hurt him.
5-minute allotment. You can use it from qualifying day to all the way to the finals, but you only get one. And Travis Reeder utilizing his. He's got that red BMW, all red, coming out swinging, but he knows Fredric Aasbo's in his rearview mirror. Another 3-time champion. There's only 3, and they're all here in the building. Travis Reeder gets out to the outside zone. Not only are the temperatures rising, but the angle is rising. Travis Reeder filling that second zone. And here's what I'm talking about. Fredric Aasbo, a little bit of wavering there. That is not, as you say, Aasbo-esque. And in that third outside zone, there's the Aasbo. Oh, but Travis Reeder goes into the gravel, kicks up the gravel, and that allows Aasbo to get to the side. Good vibes out here, man. I love seeing this here real quick, sorry. Here we go, back to the action. Fredric Aasbo out front, Travis Reeder in the chase position. Here goes Fredric Aasbo, big swing across the nose of Travis Reeder. And then, all right, past that inside clip into that first outside zone, and there it is, getting that fresh air. He's shown you why he is in contention for another championship. As you said on top of the show, is he the GOAT? Is he gonna get a 4th championship? Will he be the first ever 4-time champion? Travis Reeder has some shimming in that chase position, but Fredric Aasbo 8, but one of these Toyota and Rockstar drivers is gonna find themselves going against Matt Field in the final 4. Big initiation there from Fredric Aasbo. Massive angle from that Toyota GR Supra into that first outside zone. Now transitioning into the second. The big wide sweeper. Ryan Turk almost has to pedal it back a little bit, but now he finds that proximity. Ryan Turk lacking the angle compared to Fredric Aasbo, and now he's got that proximity, trying to grind the door. All 8 Nitto tires, row Supra. Here we go, Ryan Turk will be leading. The lights extinguished through that start chicane, and we got a clean start. Here we go. Ryan Turk coming now, initiating. 3, 2, 1 cone. Fredric Aasbo right there to the side of his Toyota and Rockstar teammate. Looks like Ryan Turk loses a little bit of angle there. Fredric Aasbo has to drop in and drop back. Second outside zone, riding the course edge are both the drivers. Could barely see Fredric Aasbo as he just darts outside of that Nitto tire smoke. And Ryan Turk a little disrupted there in that third outside zone. And just like that, it's just very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Fredric Aasbo in previous years.
Yeah, I mean, both mid-pack, qualifying 16th and 17th. We're not going to see our bye run there from Nick Novak. He gets to take a bit of a break, gets to walk the pits, hang out, grab some food. But yeah, here we go. Jonathan Castro, Fredric Aasbo.
Jonathan Castro, Fredric Aasbo, all Toyota. The Rockstar pilot of Freddie Aasbo. Saw his sister, haven't seen her in numerous years. His wife's in the building as well, Taylor. So here we go. Castro, LTH. GR 86, big angle there. Look at locked and loaded. Top of how Castro says moments of greatness, and there is one right now. I mean, the coverage is so settled. There goes Fredric Aasbo. Talk about that smoke. You know, oh, and Fredric Aasbo pushes, goes through the wall. Fredric Aasbo gets out of shape. Very uncharacteristic of the Norwegian hammer. And Castro's putting on one heck of a
there, and as long as he wasn't holding it too long, I think that was fine.
Here we go, Fredric Aasbo in the Supra out front. Ditto tires, setup plays, Castro initiation. He drops down low. That's not exactly where you want to be. Maybe the car got a little bit of damage there on that first run. Big angle for Freddie. That was a crazy transition past that inner clip. Castro keeps it clean though. You know what? He might be taking a strategic approach here, backing off, but no, he's not. And then he throws it up. Okay, so with Freddie having that mistake, that's a championship contender today is knocked out early. Fredric Aasbo is knocked out.